Welcome everyone to the Kinky Hair Culture Podcast, where we interview the people that makes your natural hair products and the people behind the chair. I am your host, Candace. Today we have the CEO of Empressrunway. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. My name is Jamie. I am the owner and creator of Empressrunway. And what I do is I specialize in an all natural hair care, lip care, and all natural beeswax line, which is pretty much to retain natural beauty, to help women and or men seek their natural beauty so they can feel confident in their natural state.
Okay. So I always take it back so everybody get to know who the person that I'm interviewing is. What are some of the things that inspire you to do this?
Well, what inspired me to do it was I was actually looking to stop processing, meaning perming my hair. Mm-hmm. And, you know, as African American Black women, we become so confined to having our hair straight or processed or, and a lot of that takes, it puts a lot of stress on the body, puts a lot of stress on the hair. A lot of women that actually tell you they have trouble with their hair growing once it's processed. And it's also not healthy for other, medicinal reasons for the brain and things like that. So I just started looking into how to care for my hair home versus spending $1 million, in and out of the salon every week, just to maintain my hair. So I started looking into natural things that help grow your hair and things to transition my hair. About 3 years ago, or maybe 4 years ago, I was all natural and I let the perm all grow out my hair. I just kept my hair in braids, parted it, greased it. I wear my hijab a lot, so my hair is not usually out. Recently, last year, after the death of my husband, I actually processed my hair or permed my hair due to just wanted some changes. I just wanted to look to try something different to kind of let up off the grief. And I processed my hair. So now currently I'm in a transition to going back to all natural. That was actually the end of April 2021. So as of now, I'm still transitioning and I have like the ends of my hair, I keep cutting them off and things like that just to get rid of the perm because I really didn't care for the perm too much. But, I wanted to try something.
Life happened and you just said, you know what, I just want to do something different. So look, I understand. I personally understand. Okay. Right. Growing up, did you have a lot of relaxers or were you natural or how was life for you?
Actually, growing up, I think I probably got my first perm when I was about like 10 and it did major damage to my hair. And I have about a grade 4, say 4A hair, pretty coarse, but obviously it was not manageable for my parents because they would process my hair. And another thing, not only did they process my hair, I had friends I would let do it and they were burning it with the bevelers and things like that. And then you just keep processing it and it becomes a buildup of damage on your hair to where, finally your follicles just say, hey, we're too damaged. We're not growing anymore. And eventually, once I got older and I started looking up things, I started coming up with my own remedies and I still was processing it because, I kind of got used to the European style of my hair being straight, going to get the doobies and things like that. I didn't know anything else other than put some braids in it, with the cankling hair, which is all things that break your hair off. So, and then I'm in New Jersey, so the weather fluctuates here. So in the summertime, with the heat beaming on your hair, and then you have that plastic cankling hair in your head or something like that, it kind of fries your hair, splits your ends. It does more damage than it is actually helping your hair. A lot of people think because they have the new growth after they take the hair out that they're winning, but it's actually splitting and damaging the rest of the hair once it sits against the natural hair because it's plastic. So after just many years of pretty much no one taking care of my hair, I kind of got in the swing of things by growing my own hair. And I started going natural once I got into high school. And I would be like in and out of perms, going to get doobies and things like that.
But I want
And
to say this though, okay? Because I'm originally from New York, okay? Harlem, okay? But them doobies, oh my God.
Yes.
Man, they be on point. So look, I was a big fan of doobies. Wore them all the time and stuff. So, we have certain things, the doobies, the curls and stuff, certain things that we just love so much that we're not ready to get rid of. But we don't realize that technically, we can be natural and still, get our hair silk pressed every now and again and still get the same effect. But, we want the European look all day, every day.
Right. And another thing is, see, a lot of times with the silk press, it doesn't last for some women. Will say, so shower, they may perspire within their scalp and the silk press is done. And it does happen. But, it's the thing about being natural. Our hair is made to be kinky. So you have to buy products that are actually helpful and conducive to that look. I noticed when I was transitioning the first time around, I would still be using like Cream of Nature, things that are conducive for relaxed hair.
Yeah, me too.
But then in my hair was not taken. It wouldn't take to it the same. It would like either make my strands feel a little brittle and hard after I rinse it out. It didn't take to my natural state as well as it did with the relaxed hair. And see, it's kind of a battle because then you have this much new growth and then you have whole tail and that's really straight. So it's
the whole demarcation on where the hair is separated. And then it's like you dealing with two different textures. You got your hair that's coming out your scalp. And then you got the relax at the bottom. Of course, all of it's coming out your scalp, but you got the relax that's at the bottom. And you got to make sure you properly moisturize that part and then turn around, moisturize other parts. And a lot of people, what people don't understand is a lot of people do not want to do the big chop. Okay.
Right.
Some people want to keep their hair in this trim. I was one of them, okay, because I had real long hair. It's not the same, my hair wasn't long. It's not long now, but my hair was super long. And I, chopped as I go, and I finally did the big chop. You know what I'm saying? Like chop the rest of it off. But I want everybody to understand that it's your journey. Okay, do it how you want to do it. You see a lot of people out here giving advice and stuff, or trying to tell you what to do. Learn your hair, okay? And that's what she's basically explaining to you, what she did, how she learned her hair, her patience with it, because everybody's patience is totally different. Some people like, you know what, I'm done, and some people like, oh no, like me, a little. Yeah, so everybody got different ways.
Right now, I am doing little by little because if I had to do the big chop, I wouldn't be able to put my hair into a ponytail. I was actually battling if I should just go and get a short haircut, but no. What I do is every time I wash it every week and a half, 2 weeks, and then I just trim a little bit at a time. Sometimes I get a little greedy with the cut, but either way, the process here is gone. And actually cut it before it actually damages the rest of the follicle is important because you can save that strand, because little do people know, they don't understand that every time they wash their hair and you condition it, you're actually stripping away from the relaxation and bringing back to your natural state. So it's important that you do that. I know a lot of African-American women don't like to wash their hair either because they like to stick with the straight or manageable condition that the
not
hair
only that too, the myth, dirt makes your hair grow.
That's not true. It actually clogs the scalp and give you brain fog. So if you're a very creative person, you're going to notice you're going to get blockage because your pores are clogged with gunk. You have to clean it to allow the follicle to breathe so it has time to grow. You have to clean your scalp. You have to scratch it. My husband used to braid my hair and like wash it and scalp and braid it down, give me box braids, and he would scratch the and that was how I realized that my hair growth oil really works, because I had really, really bad dandruff the first time when I transitioned over from relaxed hair to perm. Very bad. My scalp it was almost like my scalp was yearning for the relaxation. Like
Mhm.
it was
It's
a
going
draw.
through a
Yeah,
withdrawal.
it was
Yeah.
going through a draw. And it didn't matter how much oil or coconut grease or whatever I put in my hair. It would not soothe or help with the dandruff that was coming out of my scalp
Mhm.
transition. And so I make two natural oils, which is a rice and mint, and then a hair growth oil that's infused with a bunch of um all natural herbs. The rice and mint oil is very good for the dandruff.
Before you go in there, okay? Because you got to let everybody know your whole brand. Okay. So tell everybody the name of your brand.
Okay.
And also, after you tell everybody, tell us why you came up with that name.
Okay. So the brand is Runway. And the reason why I came up with that brand is
Say the name
because
one more time because I couldn't hear you.
the name is Empressrunway.
Okay.
Empress. So that name basically comes from a woman, a woman as an empress, which means wife or ruler of an emperor. Okay. And so that stems from back with my husband. We came up with that together. And so being in a queen state, you have to love yourself in your natural state. You have to appreciate,
Amen.
embrace that.
Say that one more
And
time because I don't think they heard you in the back.
you have to embrace your natural state. And as Black women, we tend to struggle. We struggle with that, as far as hair textures, skin textures, color complexions, whatever it is, eyebrow.
Yeah, we proud makeup and a whole bunch of stuff on our hair. We cover up what God gave us all the time. And I want to make it clear to everyone, we're not saying that you cannot have a day where you just want to put on makeup, get your hair done, eyebrow, all this other stuff. We're not saying none of that stuff. But if you don't embrace yourself and love yourself, then no one else can. All they're going to see is this mirror of you, like fakeness.
What real you? You have to embrace the real you. God made us specifically, individually, unique in themselves. So you have to appreciate first what he gave you before you start topping on extras. So that was what had me really come up with the name. And it's so strong. It's so strong. It comes across. It makes women feel beautiful. Like instead of people calling me by my name Jamie, they call me Empress now. Okay. So the title itself is very strong. It gives you confidence. And I want the women that shop with me, shop with this brand, that represent this brand, to feel strong and confident within themselves. And you have to love your crown. Love your crown. A lot of the things that we do are unnecessary. We do them as choices, and that's fine. It enhances what we already have. But you have to embrace your natural journey. And that is why I stick to natural, organic items. Everything is handmade with love, is handmade, organic, all natural. Nothing is like paraben or tested on animals. Everything is like all natural. I love people, I love animals. So I want to make sure that they're both safe, and they go hand in hand. And at the same time, you feel beautiful. And what makes it even better is when the product actually works and people use it and they they tell you, no, this is my testimony. No, this stuff is really good. I doubted you at first, but this stuff is really good.
I want to say this, what people need to know, and I say this on every episode, just about, okay? You have to use a clarifying shampoo before you try out anybody's products, okay? Strip your hair from all the other stuff that's in your hair, okay? Clarifying is giving you a fresh canvas, okay? Everybody need a fresh canvas when you start, because the problem is a lot of people be like, oh, I'm gonna go try such and such product and stuff, and they wash their hair with regular any type of shampoo, you know what I'm saying? And they'll be like, oh, this is not working for me, or just start complaining and give bad reviews for a whole. Pump your brakes.
It's the build up, or maybe the mixture.
Yes.
Of companies.
Yes. So start with a clean canvas. Once you start with a clean canvas,
Apple cider,
then
apple cider vinegar shampoo is good for clarifying, and so is peppermint. Peppermint is very, very good to cleanse your hair. A lot of people, black soap, the natural black soap too, if you can find it in the liquid brand, you can wash your hair with that too. And it'll strip your hair of all the gunk oil of whatever, toxins that your hair could be holding in. Especially
because we be thinking it's we cleaning our hair sometimes. And sometimes, I'm not saying every time you use a product to do a clarifying, because clarifying strips your hair of a lot of stuff, okay? Right. And by doing that, you have to put the stuff back in. Okay, it's right. Like the same thing we're doing for like the protein treatments and all other stuff. But I'm recommending everybody to do it once. Every time you try a product out, just do it. Use that product for 30 days. Okay. Right. Strip your hair, clarify it. That's what I mean. And use it for 30 days and then go from there. Don't just wash your hair with, let's say, Carol's daughter, and then be like, oh, I'm going to try this product right here. You'd be like,
and a lot of times that's what
wondering that.
A lot of times that's what the issue is. A lot of times they'll try a product from this company and then say, well, I got this in the mail. I saw this on sale, so let me try this.
And then boom.
Products, and they don't mix because she's using one batch of ingredients and this person's using another. And now you just mix the two. A lot of people are not even aware to use clarifying shampoos and conditioners when bouncing in between brands. They don't.
Yeah, and you can use. Some people say you shouldn't mix. Like, go buy one product, like let's say buy Empress products, and then go buy Carol's daughter, and you can't mix them together. But if you use a clarifying shampoo, and I always use this method right here. It's like training your hair, a doobie. We wrap our hair around and stuff. Our hair's trained. Okay, so I don't care if you're natural for 50 years, and let's say you decide to get a relaxer or a silk press. Well, guess what? Your hair was trained for so long to do something. And just like us, we read something, we don't throw it away. Our hair is not throwing it away. So just because after you try a product, after you clarify shampoo, you try the product and it works for your hair and stuff, then be like, okay, you can start mixing the two. Like, I'm gonna use this shampoo, but I'm gonna put Empress oil in my scalp and stuff, because your hair is properly trained. It's picking up, it's adapting to things along the way. And people don't understand that.
I definitely don't recommend. Oils are one thing, but a shampoo and conditioner, I don't recommend you swapping in between those, because you're not giving your hair enough time to take to the chemicals that you're actually using. And it's not even beginning to, acknowledge whatever benefits is trying to obtain from the product that you're using. So I think when it comes down to a shampoo and a conditioner, you should probably use the same brand,
thing,
same brand. And maybe I like to use, if they have an oil, I buy the oil and I use all three together in a hair mask. I like to use it in sets. When dealing with, I use my hair growth oil, period, no matter what. Mm-hmm. But because I'm transitioning now, it's important that it's certain things. I don't make a shampoo and conditioner. So there's certain brands that I have to seek out that's specifically for transitioning hair. It's not for natural. It's not for relaxed. It has to be specifically for transitioning hair. So to be honest, I use a peppermint shampoo with a peppermint conditioner. Mm-hmm. It stimulates my brain. I get that tingly feeling, and it's stripping my hair because my hair is retaining oil at in one place and not retaining it in another, because the new growth is retaining in the scalp, but all the dirt and the gunk is actually matting and locking up at the ends where it's still straight. You'll notice it starts getting heavy. It'll feel like, maybe it'll feel dry towards the scalp, but then as you run your hands through, it's oily at the tips, because the relaxed hair is actually taken to the moisture and holding it in. Mm-hmm. And so that's get the dirt and the gunk. And then a lot of times too, when you're transitioning, people are not aware that they should use cold water. When transitioning, you should not wash your hair in hot water or pretty much hotter temperatures. I know people like the sensation of the heat, maybe because it's soothing, but it is very damaging to your hair for the heat to be that high on hair that you're trying to get it to actually transition over. So what it's doing is actually breaking and stripping the hair because of the heat. And then you turn around and you blow dry your hair, and then you bevel it or you straighten it. It's like overheated. Your hair is overheated, and you're doing much damage to your hair than you actually think. And so a lot of times I do let my customers know that you should, hey, if you're transitioning, or we discuss anything, whatever hair state you're in, you're transitioning, please wash your hair in cold water. Cold water is very important to know that when you're transitioning, you should definitely use colder temperatures when washing your hair. And definitely deep condition, and apply hot oil treatments. You want to keep your hair as moisturized as possible in that transitioning state.
I want to say this, okay? So a little bit earlier ago, you was saying the products, keeping the two together. All right. And I want to clarify myself. Yes, she's right. Use the products the same, same shampoo and conditioner stuff. But what I was saying was like, how when people when you try different products and stuff, and if you're using like the cream, the oils and stuff, that's fine. But when you're using the conditioner, like she said, and the shampoo, please, yes, use those two together. They are a match. Right. They're a match for a reason. Okay. Use those two together. So she's absolutely right with that. Okay. I just want to clarify myself on that. But you also right about the water. I used to, when I was relaxed, I used to use hot water all the time on my hair, thinking that it's the best option for my hair. Right. But after doing research, I was like, and then transitioning and now to my natural state of hair, it's like, you're the most stupidest person in the world. I'm not saying, that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? I felt real stupid. Why are you doing this to your hair? And I stop heat. I don't blow dry. I barely comb my hair. I use my fingers for my comb and for brush purposes, I don't have to stop. And if I do it, it'd be like once in a blue moon. But other than that, it's my fingers. But I noticed that, like, wow, use the cold water. Even if you don't want to go cold because that water be cold, you'd be like, use lukewarm water. Okay. Right. Lukewarm water is perfect. Right. You don't want to go all the way cold. Now, when I rinse the conditioner out of my hair, I use cold water. I do use cold water because I just put heat in my hair. As a sense of like, the hot head. Right. Yeah, I put the high head on my head and it's already warm and I'm warm my hair up. Now I need to shock it. Right. Give a good shock. So I'll use cold water in my hair, to keep everything in. And then after that, shock it right on out. So she's absolutely right.
Yeah. That's very important. Very important. I don't think people or women actually know how much damage they do with the heat on a daily basis, which is also why,
we have all these problems. It's the problem is the miseducation.
Right. And as far as the edges, a lot of women I know wearing with the lace fronts and with the glue and everything. I have a lot of ladies that lose their edges, do lace fronts and things like that, or even braids. Go to the African, right? Just stress, and to also life stress too. So and that's inevitable. So that's something that you're going to carry around for the rest of your life. The other things you can prevent, as far as when you go to the braiding shop, you may want to advise the woman that's braiding your hair, hey, leave this much out. I don't want this in the braid. I wouldn't let them braid it with so little hair there and have them tugging and putting the weave on it because it tugs and it pulls out. Now, if you are
I
not
would
okay.
say this before you continue. I will say this about braids. I have a sister that's a cosmetologist, and she was taught about African people how to braid because she's was a good braider. But when she one of her friends was African, and she taught her the technique of properly braiding. She said the problem is of how you grip it. Some people think you got to grip it a certain way, and that's what makes the hair fall out. You could actually grip it the right way. She said she learned how to grip it the right way so that when she braids it, yeah, it's gonna be tight, like tightness, but it's not gonna be tight where it rips. Like you can actually pull your hair up or pull it back and stuff. She said she still don't recommend for you to do it, like give it some time, but
Mhm.
she had to learn the technique because she said she was like she wasn't pulling out nobody's edges, but seeing how they was doing it all perfect and stuff, and she was like, because the lady just stopped her in mid braid. No, let me show you how to properly do it. You're doing fine braiding and the style is beautiful, but let me show you so you won't have to pull out no edges. So if you're going to someone, I always say make sure you go to someone who's educated on braiding hair.
Right.
Okay, knows how to properly do it, knows how to properly grip your hair, and know, like you said earlier, a few minutes ago, don't the edges, if it's too thin, leave it alone. My sister won't even braid it. You got nothing right here, she won't even braid it. She'll
Yeah.
teach you, give you the tech because she's all into natural care.
Right.
Give you the stuff to show you how to properly get all that back, and then come see her.
You can actually just take a toothbrush and kind of
Mm-hmm.
just do your edges and clean it up and just leave it out of the braid is the safest thing, because even with a little tug, if the strands are weak, 9 times
Mm-hmm.
out of 10, they're going to become weak from being up against that cankling hair. Like even if it's pre-stretched or the regular cankling hair, it's still plastic. So any natural hair up against that plastic is going to strip it right away. So I always recommend leave the hair out. Don't even have them braided. And with the wigs, you it's depending on your wear and how they're applying it is kind
Mm-hmm.
of it, because some women have that hairline that's just in the way that once they glue it on, the glue gets
Yeah,
attached
the
to the
hairline be way down here sometimes. Yeah.
right. So I always recommend that they put something there. Like I'm not sure what they call that tape when they have like silk wraps and they put
Mm-hmm.
that tape and
Mm-hmm.
they put you in the dryer. You may want to just cut a line piece and put that through, but you have to, it's still eventually your hair is going to dry out under there. So you're going to have to remove it, and you have to keep that moisturized here, because if not, it breaks right off. The hair here is so fragile. You have to treat it with care, or
Mm-hmm.
it will push your hairline back.
And then also most problem is because I don't use gel. Okay,
Right.
when I take my twist out, I just let it be my hair how it is, and I know that a lot of people, because it happened to me, putting gel in my hair, you think you washing it out, and
Right.
you go like this, and it's still like kinked up in your hair, and you be like, "What is this? I thought I washed my hair." So you wash your hair several times. What people don't realize is that you have to have patience. You got to
You
make sure
have.
you get all that stuff out, because if you don't, you think you have it out. All it is helping your edges fall out too, because it can't breathe.
I recommend 3 washes,
Mm-hmm.
3 or 4 washes. And I'm talking about 3 times where you apply, where it's set it up and you're washing and digging in the scalp, for
Yeah.
at least 10 each,
Yes.
at least. And you have to scrape and scratch and make sure you hit every angle and rinse. And, so that is a problem of many too. A lot of people are not familiar with the uh, proper way to cleanse their hair. They're washing or giving it 1 or 2 spin cycles, and the gulk is not even out of the hair yet. So it's like midway. Then it gets they go and blow dry it and go and style it, and
And
it's
then
not
adding more to
you
it.
know,
Yeah.
adding more to it, which is weighing it down, causing it not to lay right. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
or breaking it because maybe you use 2 different brands, and it's like I said, if your hair is in that transition state, is weak, it's already weak by itself because it's transition, so you have to treat it with care or it will
Yep.
break.
Everything you're saying is absolutely right, because in order to have healthy hair, you have to train your hair. So the more you train your hair, the more you I always use the word intimate. Be
Right.
intimate with your hair. Okay, take your time, massage that scalp. When you wash your hair, really get in there. You know what I'm saying? Always intimacy. The more you intimate with your hair, the better your hair will grow because you take
That's
actually taking times. That's why I stopped using the comb and brush so much because I'm actually taking the time and playing with my, not really playing with it, but like going down. So if I see that little knot,
right.
I could be like, oh, let me take my time to like, see if I can get it. Because sometimes you be thinking your hair's a knot and we rip it. When actually all you gotta do is take your fingers and like move it together like that and it come right loose.
Right out. Right. That's
And
right.
then with a comb, you just like pulling it. So you actually pulling your hair. And then you're wondering after you excuse me, do your hair, you had your hair sore. Like, why is my hair so sore? Because you done pulled out about 50, 60 strands that you didn't shouldn't have pulled out in the first place.
Right.
But let's talk about your oils.
Okay. So now my first, sorry.
You're fine.
Sorry. Now the first oil we can talk about is the rice and mint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Before
and
she gets started, I want to say this, that if you can't actually see it, well, we can see it good. But for those who really, let's say they can't see it, we'll have a picture right beside it. So don't feel like I can't see it or any issues. Like, we got you covered. We're going to make sure you get this brand, okay? Now, go ahead.
So this is the rice and mint oil. This oil is very, very good for damaged hair. I recommend to all my customers that have damaged hair from heat or wig damage. If they're transitioning, if their hair is very coarse and they're in the natural state, and maybe they are used to relaxed hair, so they don't know how to manage it. It's kind of kinky. They have trouble detangling it. Great. This is a great detangler. Great detangler. It's actually infused with all white rice, natural white rice. And I use tea tree oil, peppermint, rice bran oil, and hemp seed oil. So this is very good. Color damaged hair too. A lot of times when we color our hair, it's very stripped and damaged to where this will actually, if you catch it before it's not too damaged, you can bring the life back into your hair. It's not only treating your hair follicles in your scalp, it's actually repairing the strands on your hair. So maybe if you were just starting to split, this can fix it. This is my cool repair tool. I always recommend this to men who have beards. A lot of times with the men's beard is very shabby and brittle. You ever touch a man's beard and it's like brittle, dry, like the strands feel hard. This makes it very soft. It softens, it opens up the pores. It actually prevents them from having hair bumps on their face. A lot of times men have the ingrown hairs. A lot of times it's from the chemicals or the food that they're eating. So this prevents hair bumps and things like that. Another thing is my oils. They're so natural that I don't know if you notice when you use other hair oils, sometimes they get on your face around the edge.
Dripping all down. So yeah.
You wind up getting acne or some type of blemishes or marks or pimples. These oils are so natural, they're skin safe. So your face is actually happy that it dripped down. So instead of it creating a buildup of acne and giving you whiteheads and blackheads, it actually is fixing your skin and correcting it. You'll notice, like, if you have burns. I had one customer, she had a few burns from, I have no idea how you can be burned on the side of your edges. I'm just going to say maybe with the hot curler, I'm guessing with a bumper. And she had a few burns here from her using the rice and mint oil. It actually helped heal the burns, and you weren't even able to see the blemishes. She didn't get any pimples. She didn't get any blackheads, nothing like that. It's also a scalp soother. So with the peppermint, it's allowing your scalp to open up in your pores to intake the moisture and lock it in. So that way, color damaged hair is very dry and brittle. It breaks off like with a snap of a thumb. You can't even I mean, even your finger. You ever seen some color damaged hair so bad you touch it, it breaks. It just breaks. It's so fragile.
Mm-hmm.
I give it 2 uses, consistent, maybe at least two or 3 times, 2 weeks. You use that, bring the life right back into your hair. You will notice great reviews on that.
So your oil is basically excellent for massages.
Excellent for massages. It's actually excellent for hot oil treatments. A lot of times what I do is I put a cap on after, and then I put it in my hair and I warm up. I have a flaxseed cap, so I put it in the microwave. I heat it up. I put the oil in my hair. It heats up the oil instead of me having to take the actual bottle and put it in the microwave or put it in a bowl. I actually heat my flaxseed cap up and put the oil on my head so that way it heats up. I leave it on for about an hour. Usually you can do about 30 minutes. I'm kind of over excessive because I don't know. I forget sometimes with doing things
Hey,
around
look, I always call myself lazy natural because I leave. The only thing I don't leave on my hair for long is like conditioner. I recommend a 30 minutes stop. But anything like a hot oil treatment and stuff, I'll leave it in there. I go somewhere, do everything I gotta do, and then go rinse it out. Because the more the better.
The more the better. That's right. And I noticed that it's very soft. My hair very, very soft. It's so soft that it's almost like it's so soft that you don't even realize
Like a
how much.
pillow, one of them furry pillows.
Yeah. It really does a good job with softening the strands and helping your hair retain moisture and keeping it strong so that your hair is not easily broken by the brush or the comb. And a lot of times too, I want to tell you ladies, when you're conditioning your hair and you're oiling your hair and you're treating it, try not to use a small tooth comb. You're stripping your hair, you're breaking it, and you're splitting it. So if you use a wide tooth, big tooth comb, that'll help you navigate and detangle your hair easier without you stripping it and breaking it and splitting it with the small, fine teeth of a rat tail comb. So that's important too.
Yes, look, educate them because everybody on a journey. Like I said, everybody journey different. Everybody still have a lot of things that they won't let go.
Right.
Because either their mama told them or their daddy told them. No matter who told them, it's like, nah, my mama or my daddy or my grandma, whoever, always told me I should do this. And since they did it, I'm going to do it.
Right.
And they still have sometimes, our parents, we love them or whoever, we love them, but sometimes we got to let some of that stuff go and start, what I'm saying? Because, they didn't know then.
Program. You have to reprogram.
So your next item.
My next item would be the hair growth oil.
Okay.
And this hair growth oil is awesome. I want to start off by saying that this hair growth oil is actually infused with shebe oil. Are you familiar with shebe? Amla?
I am. Yes, but if you want to explain to the people that's listening or watching, you can explain it to them.
Shebe is a muddy-like substance. It looks like it comes off as dirt. It's a powder. Actually, I use it in a powder form and not an oil. Excuse me. I actually use the powder form, and it actually helps with strengthening and thickening your hair and actually promoting extreme hair growth. It's great for the scalp, great for the follicles, and it actually comes from Africa. And in Africa, what they do is they normally just wet their hands and they just dig in it and just pack it onto the hair and braid it into the hair and just leave it as such. And so it's very good for the hair with as far as promoting growth and strengthening the follicles and making sure that it's actually promoting healthy, rapid hair growth coming out your scalp. It's actually very, very, very known for thickening. Actually, when trying it, I actually cut a piece of my hair in the back, like really short, just to see, and we put direct contact with it. And I actually saw results within 4 days, like hair follicles coming out of where I cut in 4 days. So it does work. It does work. And again, this oil has, I think I'm gonna say, I soak it in some hair herbals, and that has 21 different other herbals on top of the Brahmi, Amla, and Shebe that I put in. So this is actually really strong. And it's actually topped off with castor oil, jojoba oil, avocado oil, sunflower oil, grapeseed oil, black seed oil as well, peppermint oil, tea tree oil, um, peppermint tea tree, and a hint of lemongrass, and clary sage.
They got
And
it. Look, everything that is you need to grow your healthy hair, she got in that bottle.
everything in here is extremely, this is like a treat for your hair. Your hair will love you forever with this. This stuff is so potent. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you, horse extract, horsetail extract. I also put in here. So, and all of these powders and herbs are good for controlling dandruff. So if you have very bad dandruff, it's not going to just control it, it's going to get rid of it. You're going to notice your problems, your issues with your hair are going to start to disappear. It's not just going to doctor it up for the moment as you're using it. It's going to start to repair your hair. So like with each use, you're going to find yourself using these oils less and less because they're repairing your hair. They're not doctoring it up. It's not patching it up, not giving you patchwork. It's repairing your hair so that you have time to grow natural, beautiful, healthy hair that you can be proud of forever. So even if I ran out, I don't have any more. Your hair is not going to go through a withdrawal because it doesn't have Empressrunway hair growth for you. You're going to actually see how good you've been doing your hair while you don't use it. That's what's going to make you go and get you another bottle. Is that, wow, this really works. My hair is actually better than it was before. The pictures, I'm actually just starting to get pictures from people that have been sending me, before and afters, and men with a face, they're using it on their beard. And let me tell you, men that had bald spots, they couldn't get it to grow in like certain areas. Like maybe they would just keep shaving it to try to get the pores. This is actually helping to get them to get their beard grown and have them have the hair follicles actually come out the pore, where once they, it was closed. The one guy said, I just keep shaving. I said, well, what are you doing to try to get the bald spot to grow? Because he had a bald spot. And he said, well, I just keep shaving it down. So he's actually shaving down one side of his face just to try to get the hair to grow, because apparently somebody's directing him to do this, because they're saying if you shave it, it'll grow back thicker. Well, great news. It never worked. It never worked. He still has that one bald spot. But since he's been using my hair growth oil, he's only been using it for about, I think, 2 weeks now. He has pricks now on the side coming out. So the hair is actually coming in and it's growing. It's actually growing. And so he was surprised. He didn't believe me at first, but he's a testimony. So it does work. And a lot of times what it is with the black seed oil, I think that has something to do with the black seed oil, because we all know what black seed oil does.
Yes, we do.
And imagine if you can drink it and it's healthy, you can eat it. These things are edible.
You are what you eat. So
you are what
inside out. What you put in your body is going to come right on out. So I'm a strong believer of that.
Right. And the last ingredient would be fenugreek powder. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Hold on before you start that, okay? On that one, you said something that's very interesting, and that I appreciate you. You said that you cut your hair.
Yes.
Right. And when you cut it, because you wanted to see for yourself. So, guys, she's trying all this stuff out on herself. It's not just like, oh, I'm just gonna put it in my hair while my hair is long or whatever state it's in. I'm just gonna put it in there. No, she actually demonstrated on herself. She didn't use no animals. She didn't use nobody else. She said, you know what? I'm gonna shave that part off and I'm gonna start putting it on there and I'm gonna watch the results. She said in 4 days. Now, one thing y'all all got to realize is everybody here is different. People here grow at different states.
That's right.
Okay. And she didn't say that like she saw her hair like wait to start growing out. No, she said she saw her hair follicle woke up and she started seeing it. If you ever shave just your any part of your body and you see like it's clean, and then all of a sudden you start seeing little black little dots, that's your hair breaking through the skin. It's coming out. Right. And basically that's what she experienced. So I like to interview people that's genuine, especially about their products. They're not saying, oh, you wake up and tomorrow you're going to look like Rapunzel. You didn't have no hair. All of a sudden now your hair going to be down here. I hate seeing stuff like that. Be so, not in 4 days, not in 3 days. No, we want to see the results from the time they use it. And because we know a half an inch. Okay. And she basically just said it broke through. You could see it. So thank you for that, for, telling us like, I saw results, because people would be like, oh, or they'd be like, oh, for real? Or they'd be like, oh, she probably lying. No, she said that she saw it come through. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Means it broke through, which means it broke through the root. You were able to see that the hair is actually busting through the pore. And I also test my products on my son. My son is about to be 2 next month. So he's 1 right now. And I've been testing my products on him since he was about 7 months. So, and when he was born, he had like a line of a patch of a bald spot in the back where the crease of the hair is.
Yeah.
So I actually he was a testing mule for me as well, just to make sure it was kid friendly. I wasn't worried about it because all the product is organic, natural things. But
some kids, their scalp was not really ready for all that stuff. So that's what she explained to us. Because, some kids, you can't put certain things on. You got to be very, very careful with kids. It's so sensitive. When you wash your hair, sometimes you have to just use nothing but water sometimes.
Right.
When they first, as they get older, be careful because you could be messing up their actual hair. And it might be going seeping into their pores because, their skin and everything is still developing.
Right. Absolutely. Right. But with the oil, I find that it does. It works very well in his hair. The oils are definitely kid friendly. My hair butter is kid friendly. I use all of my products, my hair products, on my son and me as well. We're living proof that these products work.
Okay, go ahead with your next item that you were telling us about.
Okay. And so the next one I have is this one.
You had one before there that you was about to tell us about. Not that one in here, the one that was in front.
Oh, the actual hair, the hair growth for you. The one that this was the one.
You was about to ask something. I think it was something in the bottle like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many bottles you have like that?
Yeah, there's 2. I did the rice and mint one first. This is the one that has the black seed oil with the amla and the brahmi and the shebe.
Okay, yeah. I didn't want to, miss something because I saw you with another bottle. You was about to say something about it. I was like, oh, I don't want to, not get that product and nobody know about it.
So that would be the hair growth for you.
Okay. All right. You go ahead to the next one.
Now, my next one is it's called Empress Magic Hair Butter. And I actually just dropped this. And what it is scalp butter. Specifically made this for my son because with the oil, it's very loose, and my son lays down everywhere, sits his head down. So there's like oil spot in the car, an oil spot in the hoodie.
Look, he's leaving his mark, okay? He want everybody to know he's here, okay?
Leaving his mark. So I kept saying I have to come out with a scalp butter for him that is moisturizing, but doesn't the oily residue because he's a kid. He's leaving his head everywhere. It's staining the hats, the Empress Runway Magic Butter. This butter is great. And what it's made of is shea butter, mango butter, cocoa butter, olive oil, castor oil, jojoba oil, and shea powder and amla powder. So what I did was just pretty much break it down and and organic red palm oil. Organic red palm oil is very good for dandruff control and hydrating and locking in the moisture of your hair.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why I did that is because cocoa butter and mango butter together, the mango butter to me cancels the shea out because the shea butter kind of leaves the oily residue. It's thick. It's oily.
Mm-hmm.
Mango not so oily. It kind of gives you that medium to where you can apply it. You'll get the moisture, but it doesn't leave that oily residue. So it kind of just evaporates into this scalp. You retain the moisture, and boom, you can throw your hat on without having a bunch of grease grease spots in your hat. Now, this is my own personal jar. I refill it every time I make a batch. So I also put eucalyptus in here and tea tree oil. So I could open up the scalp and just have it open up so you could actually feel and hydrate from within your brain. Because a lot of times our hair is dry because of we're not hydrated, not drinking enough water.
Yep, and tea tree is also good for like fungus, so you won't get that bacteria and all that stuff in your hair.
Yeah, the gulk in your hair.
It eats it all up.
Yes, it eats it all up. And so it's very light on the scalp. So I do recommend if you wear lots of hats or even just a main scalp butter just to keep if your hair follicles retain moisture, but your scalp is always dry, this is perfect. And all the while is promoting healthy hair growing. So this right here is for the win. And this is Empress Magic Hair Butter.
Okay.
And soon, this is only 2 ounces. It's only available in 2 ounces right now. My containers for 4 ounce just came in, so I will be making 4 ounce jars as well. And now that's it for the hair care. Now I'm going to focus on the lips. I also do organic lip care. I make organic lipstick, matte, max gloss. I also do hydrating lip oils, hydrating infused lip oils. I do organic lip scrub. I have a brown sugar lip scrub. And then I just actually did a new lip scrub last night, and I'm going to call it orange and cream. And just
what
because
inspire you to do this?
Just natural, organic, personal self-care with your lips, my face. I don't wear makeup unless I have to. Like the last time I wore makeup was me, my husband, and my son. We did professional pictures for photography. So I don't usually wear makeup.
Yeah, you like
so
me.
I'm fine.
Unless I feel like want to dress up and do something crazy, I just put some more and call it a day. Yeah,
the most I'll do is a little bit of eyeshadow, maybe some eyelashes, but I don't really wear like a face full of makeup. But I do admire a nice eyeshadow and a nice lip. Very important. The lip speaks volumes. Your lips speak before you do. Okay? So that is another reason why with the lip scrubs too. I have a lot of friends that smoke, whether it's tobacco or marijuana. A lot of times they have the issues with their lips being burnt. And so they have to remove and exfoliate that dead skin to, just make room for new skin to grow. And then you don't want to be cosmetically putting lipstick over dry, chapped, damaged lips.
More damage than good to your lips. When you can save it, save it.
Right. You want to take care of your lips. You want to take you have to take care of your lips. It's very important. So with that being said, I have two sizes with the brown sugar lip scrub. I have 10 grams, this is for deep exfoliation. And I also have a 20-gram jar. And so what it is, you scoop it on, you rub it into your lips for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then you rinse. And once you rinse, you want to just pat dry your lips and apply either a lip oil. I recommend that if you do purchase the scrub, you want to purchase the whole kit and caboodle, so you make sure you're giving your lips the proper care.
And this is good for when you finish taking off your makeup and you're at home and you're starting to, get all the stuff off your face and stuff. She's giving you the products to help you, natural beauty.
I recommend you exfoliate your lips at least 2 or 3 times a week. At least 2 or 3 times a week, because you have built up food particles, just from talking, saliva, anything. It builds up, and your lips kind of, because you either put chapstick or anything oily or moisturizing on there, it takes to the germs in the air and toxins. So you just want to exfoliate to remove built up dry skin at least 2 or 3 times a week, at least. And then once you rinse, I have the Empressrunway all natural organic lip oil. And it's infused. This one here is infused with fig. Okay. And what this is vegetable glycerin, castor oil, grapeseed oil, and vegetable glycerin. That's actually what it is. And it's infused with different infusions. It can come with rosebuds, rose petals, lemon. I do lemongrass. This one here is fig. And what it does is it corrects your lip pigmentation. So my friends that smoke, who have dark lips or who burn their lips a lot, and they're looking to correct the lip pigmentation, this is a perfect lip pigment corrector. This thing is perfect. Actually, it has avocado oil in it as well, just to peel back that dry skin. And so to make room for new skin to grow the correct color. And so I always tell my customers, whenever you do the lip scrub, make sure once you rinse, you want to immediately pat and dry, apply the lip oil, and then apply the lip gloss. And it's important that you top it off with the lip gloss, because once you exfoliate, your lips they're now raw. They're in a raw state. Yeah. And so you need something to moisturize it. And if you don't buy the whole kit and caboodle, you can always use Vaseline. You can use a lip moisturizer. You can use a chapstick. Immediately, whenever scrubbing your lips, make sure you top off with a moisturizer afterwards. Next, I don't have all the color lipsticks.
It's fine. Just show the main 2 or 3 that you have.
Here is a couple of, this is my matte lipstick, and it's in liquid form. I also do Max Gloss, which is in liquid form, which is, the Max Gloss gives more of the shiny colored finish, versus this is a colored finish, but it's a matte. It dries as a matte look, for those who prefer the matte dry look. But what
color is that?
This is actually Blue Goddess.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So very creamy, even though it's made to dry. It's very moisturizing and hydrating for your lips. Very hydrating. I mean, you wouldn't even be able to tell that you were going for a matte look. It doesn't have a shiny finish. It has the matte finish, but it has the glossy feel to it. So you
Just
don't,
keep
your
it
lips don't feel,
moisturized. It's doing what
keep
it's
it
supposed to do.
dry.
You
Yes,
making it look beautiful and
right.
moisturize at the same time. I know
Right.
that's right.
And the color lasts. It lasts. Now, of course, if you're eating or drinking, you'll do a little bit of blot and touch up, but not too much. Not too much. The reviews on this matte liquid lipstick are wonderful. Everyone says they don't have to keep applying it all day. Maybe if they eat or drink, they have to go, touch it up in a couple places, matte,
Mhm.
and they love it. This is a top seller. I sold out of, I think, 2 colors of these. These come
Okay.
in 5 colors.
What's your
So
5 colors?
I have Dirty Diana red, I have Sunfire red, I have Platinum peach, and then I have Blue Goddess, and I have Mocha brown.
Okay. Okay. I see that you have a was it? Yeah, you make candles.
Yes, I do.
So much
I do.
candles.
I do make candles, and I make them in a tin, which um, I'm in the process of making some of those. They
It's
come with
fine.
they come with top. They're in a tin, and I have a 3 ounce, and then I have a 2 ounce, and then I have a 4 ounce, and so that's for people that just like regular candles and just want to burn them for whatever reason, the candle addicts. I do want to start off by saying my candles are 100% pure beeswax, not soy, not paraffin, not coconut. They are 100% beeswax. And what that means is that they are not scented. They are not scented. They are not made to be scented. Now, if you're familiar with beeswax has a natural honey scent. But the full purpose of beeswax is it cleans the air. When you light a beeswax candle, it cleans the air. It's not just masking the
Mhm.
smell in the room. It's actually purifying your air and cleaning your air, getting dirty germs and toxins out of your air. It actually has pollutants in it that the negative ions actually cleans the air, giving you a much better space to breathe in healthy air. So a lot of times, a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, I bought a candle from blah blah." I don't want to say any names, but blah blah. And every time I light it, my allergies keep messing up, or I can't breathe. It's stuffy in here, and
Mhm.
that's because when you're lighting these candles, they're actually releasing toxins in the air. And so I this is what makes me different from other brands. No shade, no tea. All
I know
natural
that's
bees.
hey.
I'm cleaning the air, and as well as once the candle is melted down, beeswax is skin safe. So you may also melt my candles down and use them on your heels, on your feet, or on your hands. You know how you go to the nail salon and you get a pedicure and they give
Mhm.
you the wax to put on your heels? That's actually soy wax. That's actually paraffin wax. So if paraffin wax makes your feet soft, imagine what the beeswax does.
Beeswax is
But
very good for you.
I'll leave that for you to review. And it's a great thing. I do it at least twice a week. I'm addicted to it.
I will say this, okay? Remember, earlier I was talking about being intimate with your hair, okay?
Yeah.
With your brand, I could tell that you provide everything, like a spa date with you and your homegirls, and y'all just relaxing. Y'all could be intimate with your hair together, like a lot of girl talk going on, a lot of makeup, burning the candles. I see the vision, okay? I see the vision,
Yeah.
okay, that you providing for us, okay? You're taking care of our hair, you're taking care of our skin, okay? Because a lot of people don't realize she has the lip balm, okay? But you can actually most likely, you know what I'm saying, because it's scrub, you might be able to use it on your face too as well. So if it's good for your lips, it's good for your skin. You see what I'm saying? So you have all this stuff and the candles, and it's just like, man, you're giving us a whole spa day vision right off
Yes.
yourself. Being intimate, that's the
Yes.
goal. Taking
Yes.
care of yourself.
And what's even better is you're gonna think this is cool. And I can make these candles in shape of a man's body, woman's body,
Mm-hmm.
pregnant woman's body. I also do like finger gestures, like the peace sign,
Mm-hmm.
yes, the FU sign,
Yeah.
the I love you sign. They come in different
And that's
views.
good. That's
Right now,
real good.
yes, very the candles. I really think that's cool. I really think that's cool. When I first learned how to do it, I was like amazed at myself. I couldn't believe the work that was coming out of the molds. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe
And
it.
look, and then the candles, especially for the pregnant women, baby showers, you could basically for those who out there that wants to do stuff for the baby shower, you get the colors and like I'm assuming, I don't know, but like blue and pink, or
Right,
like black with a little question mark on it. You know what I'm
right,
saying? To figure out what
right.
color, what the baby gender is. So she's giving you everything that you need. Okay. So take advantage of this. Okay. This is a person with many skills to help you. And what's that right there?
This is actually a pregnant woman candle.
Oh, you see that? Wow. Oh, that's nice.
And so she's pregnant. And I kind of play with the design. So a lot of times you'll see they're two-toned or three-toned. I can make them um, any color. And pretty much what I do is because the wax is so pure and I don't
Mm-hmm.
add type of carrier oils for a stronger scent throw. I do put self-soothing and breathing oils, which are natural that we know of.
Yeah.
Peppermint, eucalyptus,
Yeah.
tea tree, lemongrass, and lavender. Why? Because it's a natural line. So when you light these candles, I want you to, I don't know if you're into meditation. I don't know if you've had a stressful day. I don't know what you're trying to get off, but usually once you light the candle, I want you to feel relaxed. And I want it to hit you right then and there. You know,
Yes.
those scents are relaxing scents. They're known to get the body relaxed. Sensually, they're once smelt, they're all essential aromatherapy oils. So it kind of puts you in the mood to just relax and unwind. And that's what I like for the customer to do because we all have our daily stresses. They're not going anywhere. The
Yes.
only thing to
No.
do is figure out ways to treat it and,
Move
move
on.
on it. Make the best of it. Make the best of it. But I want you to embrace that. Embrace your journey. Embrace your natural self. Love yourself. Love your crown. Love your skin. Love the skin that you're in. Very important.
Mm-hmm.
If you are not satisfied with yourself, how do you think a man or a woman is going to be satisfied with you?
Amen. Say it again. Amen.
And
You're right
so
about that.
that's what inspired my entire line, is because I want individuals to feel confident in being natural. Natural. Embrace your natural self.
I'm
Take care of
glad
your
you said that. Individual. We are all individuals. We're all unique. And
right
I'm
in
glad
our
you
own.
said that. We don't all supposed to look alike because we
Right.
did. Imagine walking around. Everybody in the world look like you. You'd be like
It'd
different.
be annoying. It'd
Be
be annoying.
annoying. Yeah, you'd be like, really. Well, I truly, truly thank you so much. Okay. Before I let you go, we always play a game. But before I get to the game, is there anything that you want to leave the audience? I will have your links up there. I will have all the pictures of everything that she showed, from the candles to the oils. I will have all that. So if you didn't see it, and she did a good job showing it, okay? But when you doing stuff and you might not see the video and decide to listen to the audio, it don't matter. We still got you covered, okay? We're gonna have the links and everything. But what would you like to leave us with?
One thing I want to say to you ladies, in a world full of everything being so unnatural, try to stick with your natural self. Love yourself. No one's gonna love you more than you love yourself. You set the bar. You set the bar, queen. Set it high. And with that, peace with love.
The game that I always play is which one has to go. Okay, so you have to answer it. Okay, you can't be like, you got to answer it. Okay?
Okay.
Hot comb, curling iron, blow dryer, or no heat. Which one has to go?
Hot comb.
Why?
Excessive heat. Very over excessive heat. I know a long time ago we used to heat the hot comb up on the stove. That's very excessive and caused a lot of damage to the hair. That's overly excessive. A lot of times with the bevelers or the bumpers, they have certain heat temperatures that, they set specifically so to prevent the heat damage. But with the hot combs, you cannot control that heat. So it's like direct. So yeah, the hot comb has to go.
Well, I thank you so, so much. And I
Thank
appreciate you. Again, this is the Kinky Hair Culture Podcast where we interview the people behind the chair and the people that makes your natural hair products. And in today's guest, we had the Empress, okay, herself. So I thank you so much. Her brand is Empressrunway. So thank you so much. And until next time, guys, I appreciate everyone.